I'm Hansei and I'm graduating for the class of 2021. It was a series of moments for me. So for me, I remember like around 10th grade, I only had a phone, so I wanted to create videos, and I would always watch on YouTube like different vloggers and YouTubers. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And so I started vlogging one day, just like kind of documenting my sophomore life. And at the time, I didn't really study much, so it was more about like just like me and my friends just like joking around. Um, and then I remember one of my friends, JJ, he brought me a camera from the yearbook room, and so I was kind of just fidgeting around, and I realized how complex a piece of like a camera is. And so after that, I started diving into like cameras and how to play with them and how to like utilize them for both photos and videos. And um, I tried to talk to my parents about it, and I got my hands on one. And as soon as I had the camera in my hand, as soon as I took my first video, my first photo, I knew that this was going to be a hobby, or even maybe more than a hobby, that I would have for a lifetime. And at that moment, I kind of realized that this is something that I can pursue as a future after I dove deeper into the different career paths available just from this photography and videography thing. Yeah. My first camera was a Canon 90D. Um, so I actually spent a lot of time researching on it. And you see people like Casey Neistat and other people, and even like there was an alumni named Elliot Juno Yoon, and he was a role model to me as well, because he always, he had a very iconic series at our school called Grinding Till Grad, and he had a 70D as well. So the the 70D, the 80D, that was kind of like what I was looking for. And I was trying to buy the 80D, but then my dad was like, wait, there's apparently a newer version coming out in a month or so. And so I waited for that one. And as soon as it came out, there was a model where autofocus is better. And I heard that model is very easy to learn. So that's why I stuck to that camera. And I ended up getting the 90D. Yeah. The thing about Elliot is he kind of, I was really jealous of him, to be honest with you, because he had, like, when I was a sophomore, he had all the equipment. He had like his series was exactly what I wanted to do initially. um, and I remember like talking to him for the first time, and he would tell me things such as like, my friends would joke to me about how I would be like the next Elliot, and stuff like that. And I remember him telling me like, you shouldn't be trying to be the next Elliot. You should be trying to be yourself. You should be trying to be the next Hansei. And that was, some people might think it's a bit cliche, but to me, it stuck to me a lot. And it's a message that resonated with me. And it's also a message that I try to spread now, because you see a lot of people with cameras these days, and a lot of people are saying like, especially underclassmen, like, oh, you're the next Hansei, you're the next Elliot, and stuff like that. And it's really about just creating your own story. And I think that's what photography and videography is meant to be. Portraying a story that you want to tell rather than something you're trying to become. Yeah. I had just like a kind of fun series, not similar to Grinding to Grad, but it was more like a vlog series, called Hansei Flugs. The name is very like very joking, that type of vibe, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be kind of like a fun little like where I vlog just me and my friends hanging out, or if I have a special event at school. So that's kind of a series that I did, and then I also had like a Cub support series for KS Sports. So there's only 2 videos on that series, but it's basically where I kind of add like animations and a montage of our school sports and kind of promote like, oh, this is what Korea International School athletics can do, and this is what they're capable of. And I got a lot of support on those videos because a lot of athletes obviously wanted the respect that they deserved, and I feel like I was able to do that well through my videos. So yeah, that's something I'm proud of. Initially, I really wanted to just um, keep documenting my own life and keep vlogging and stuff like that. But now I've become someone that I want to be able to effectively tell other people's stories as well that aren't able to do so. So, for example, you see like commercials and stuff like that that are very short, like a minute long or so, but being able to effectively tell a story about young children or the homeless people or people in need, and that's something I really want to do. Being able to help people through you know things that people see every day, especially in a time, especially in our generation, and in a generation where technology is advancing um, by the month, by the second. I think it's important to be able to adapt to those things and create videos that people would be attracted to like almost instantly. So yeah. I consider myself more of a videography person, but and just like photography on the side. But now I consider myself both, and it's mainly because videos were able to capture multiple frames and they're able to tell more of a story than photos do, or some people may argue. But as I took more photos, I realized that photos are very powerful in itself, and they're able to capture, just with one frame, they're able to tell a story. And so, utilizing photos as well, like the thing I love about photos is that whenever I'm hanging out with my friends, and those photos are stuff that I'll look back on, right? And just that one frame will be able to bring back my whole memory and allow me to relive that moment. And that's what I love about photos. And that's why I consider myself both a photographer and a videographer rather than like just photography on the side. Yeah.